Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial here by Griever84. One of the things we're going to be talking about today is world settings. So if you want to set your world up to give you the best advantage in surviving and building a mega base like most of us do, then I have got the perfect setup for you here. Now, first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your settings however you'd like that. Now, if you happen to be like me and play locally, just make sure you switch it over here to local only. You can play with friends, play it on public, play it within a Steam group. This doesn't matter here. The main thing that you want to do on this screen here is your game mode. Now, as you can see, it defaults to survival, and it's the standard experience. You enter the world through the postern, you become a ghost when you die, and then if you are playing with multiple people, ghost players will cause a sanity drain for all living players. Now, of course, if all players die, then of course the world will begin a timer, and if everyone is still dead when that timer is done, of course the world will regenerate. So, first thing that we're going to change is we're going to actually switch it over to endless here, and the reason for this is it is a never-ending Don't Starve sandbox. So you and your friends will be able to play, experiment, go against bosses that you've never fought before. Doesn't matter if one person's dead or everybody's dead, the world will continue without regenerating, and you no longer have the sanity drain penalty when anyone's slain. You can also resurrect via the floor postern at any point, which is really great. This works for both console and PC players. Okay, then of course, PvP on or off, players however many you want. This is basically what you're looking for the settings page. Now, if you go over to the forest tab here, there are three major changes that I make on this tab. The first one is I put wildfires to none. This allows me to work on my mega base during summers without having to spend my entire summer either away from my base or micromanaging flingos, or just the sheer fact of having to put that many ice fling-o-matics in my base. The other thing that I do is I come down to disease. I also put that to none because I personally I'm not a fan of disease. So I don't play with that mechanic. And then finally, your start area. This is the final change I make in the forest settings. And what I do is I go from the standard default to the plus spawn here. Now this will give you and your friends the best chance to start off. It gives you some extra materials when you start the world, and I'll show them off later on in this video. Now going to the caves, simple changes again. The only thing you really need to worry about here is disease. So for those of you who build underground bases, you don't have to worry about disease. There's no other major settings here that you really need to tweak for these perfect world gen settings. And then of course, enable any mods that you like, and then go ahead and hit generate world. Okay, as you can see here, we've gone ahead and loaded into our world with our brand new settings. No disease, no wildfires, and we put the world on endless as well with a plus start. So as you can see, the plus start here gives you 3 extra chests, and the cool thing about this, it gives you a set of starting tools, blueprints for some important things. The valuable item in this chest is of course the backpack blueprint. You have a chest full of resources, so grass, twigs, logs, gold, stone, flint, some silk, and some gunpowder. And then finally, you have a chest full of food. Now, why I tell people this is really important for perfect in-game settings to begin, especially with newer players, is it doesn't matter what your world generates like. I could have started in the middle of a desert, the middle of a rocky biome. We could have been deep in the swamp. You will always have these resources when you begin the world. And the great thing about it is, right off the bat, you can immediately build yourself a science machine. And then from that science machine, you can then build yourself a alchemy engine. So as you can see right off the bat here, you are able to build both your basic and your advanced science, and from there you can build anything you need before you even leave the base. So you can get your backpacks, you can get your weapons, any tools that you like. You know, you can start off with a shovel, anything like that to get you going. So if this video helped you out and you liked what you saw here, make sure to ring that bell, subscribe to the channel, like the video because that does help me out here, and of course leave a comment down below if you have a perfect set of World Gen settings for yourself that you might want to share with others, or if you have any questions about your World Gen settings that I might be able to answer. But until next time, my Guardians, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.